The NRHP was formed in 1966 under the National Historic Preservation Act, signed into law by Lyndon B. Johnson. The NRHP was then placed under the National Park Service. This bill was passed in order to add additional protection to buildings that have historical significance, like preventing it being demolished, also giving the owners federal tax credit to help preserve the building. However, this preservation of the building does not apply if the owners does not have any aid from the federal government. The owners are still in control on whether or not to remodel or completely demolish the building. The specifics on what it means to be on the NRHP depends heavily on the state government, as many have local laws determining what a building can and can't receive in government funding. To get onto the NRHP, a location or structure must first be nominated either by a local, federal, or American Indian Tribe Preservation Office or a private organization. The nomination is then reviewed by the State Review Board. With the background information out of the way, I can begin talking about the Orpheum Theater, the only theater in Arizona to be listed in the NRHP. It became part of the Registry in 1985 and was part of the Orpheum Theater circuit, which expanded all along the West Coast, hosting various acts and musicians. It opened in 1929, and because this was one of the last additions to the circuit, it had been used to show early films. It was bought by Paramount Pictures from the original owners in less than a year of being open. It would later be renamed to the Paramount Theater in the 1950s. After going through a few more name changes and becoming increasingly run down, the future of the theater was up in the air. In a turn of events, the city of Phoenix acquired the land where the Orpheum was in 1984 and incorporated it into the expanding City Hall plan. In 1988, the city approved $7 million in restoring the theater, and additional funds were raised by the Orpheum Theater Foundation to help complete the restoration of the theater. At the end of the day, it took about $14.5 million to have the theater repaired and has found itself as an important landmark in Arizona.